Hello all. Our community was talking a little bit about the any percent for this category, and I offered to make a quick little guide here. Any percent takes about 5 to 6 minutes when you're learning. You can even get it down to sub 5 if you're really on top of it. This video will take a little bit longer as I continue to ramble on about it, but I'll just do a quick playthrough of one, pause to explain, and we'll go from there. For any percent, if you're not using an import character, and we don't have any at the moment, you have to go wizard. Wizard starts with extra spells that are required. Stat allocation, not terribly important. I just dump it into mana and intelligence for the extra mana pool, and luck because why not? Right off the bat, hold down the spacebar key. That skips dialogue, and click on danger for where you'd like to go. This will get us a little bit closer to our intended spot here. Press Q to bring up your spell menu. The quick bar here that they start you with is pretty much useless for this run, but there are spells we need. Normally you'd be much quicker about this in the run, but I'm just going to drag them down here. Open, trigger, frostbite, calm, and I'm actually going to grab force belt here. This is not a requirement, but I'm hopefully show it off later for a end game strat. Overmap here, go to this little icon representing Silmaria. One thing to keep the game moving quickly, you cast a spell, it tends to hero just a little slow animation. If you cast a spell with the click icon while running, doesn't do that. You can keep on moving. Next, we take our Frostbite Spell, click on it, aim around here, and just spam it. That little jingle you heard indicates that we've gotten points. What did that do? So this is basically the mega skip for the game, called Bruno Skip or Assassin Skip. Basically, the way the casual game is set up, you go through a variety of main quest goals, and after you've completed all of those, you get jumped by an assassin who killed the original king of the game. And once you kill him, that's when the end game starts. Since he jumps you on this normally peaceful screen, for whatever reason, they keep his asset or his character hidden in a chunk of wall that we just hit with our AoE Frostbite Spell. Now that he's dead, the game's confused and believes that we have now entered endgame. So all we're doing now is just running over to our next endgame trigger, which is the Hall of Heroes. Right up here. And just pop into here. Get ready to hold down spacebar to skip this guard's dialogue.
I hope you are feeling better.
And you can see this guy's talking about things that you have absolutely no context for. Just means that you did a late game accomplishment, and now we're just set at this point. I think any of these options work. This one might not. Yeah, okay, any of them work. When you get a box like this, you can't skip the spacebar, but you can use enter. And hold that down one more time for the next one. Spacebar again, let's skip the dialogue with the guard. To get Minos to confess to his crimes, these bottom two I do not believe work, but any of these should. I just use the top one usually. I can like plant my cursor right below this little pattern and I usually just click it without having to look. One more time, press and enter to skip a box. Alright, we'll save here in case I screw this up. We're going to once again use the act of holding down our arrow keys to skip a spell animation. We're going to cast Calm with the number 4. And then click on the gate to actually cast open. And then cast open again right here. That right there was really great timing. You want to cast open basically right where hero was positioned. That way the door's opening just as soon as Hero gets in there, and you save a little bit of time and skip an animation of the door closing. So that was ideal. I'm glad I got that on camera. This section here, we're going to try to get to a door that's right over here. Again, pretty straightforward. Gonna move and then cast Calm, and then I just click on the door here and he'll automatically run to it. Current world record has a little more nuance in the pathfinding. The current world record holder is Crow, and he actually just clicks up here and then moves around with a little more thought. He also skips an animation by clicking on the door with just his hand icon instead of the spell, but this is just a clean way to do it and just what I typically stick with, especially for learning. All right, again, a lot of things going on here at once. Elsa right here and Minos are gonna go through some dialogue. So before you do anything, hold down spacebar to skip that. Normally, when you're casually playing through, you are going to clear this baddie right here and then 2 goons that enter from the door. When that happens, you'll trigger a dramatic endgame cutscene with Minos here in the red. And then typically to advance, you have to do a checklist of 3 things. The first we're actually going to do now by opening this gate, which we do by casting Trigger to detonate a trap, and then open to actually get the content. So we're going to do that first. Spacebar to skip some dialogue. Open spell, take all. These potions, by the way, are going to be handy, particularly the mana potions. So just keep in mind visual, these white ones are what you're going to need for the end of the game. Now that we have that, we can just kill these guys with Frostbite. I usually cast it 2 or 3 times on them. And then we get into an unskippable villain monologue. So while this is going on, what we're going to do after he's done going on and on here is we're going to loot an axe from this Minotaur. You have to do this, I don't know why. And then you're going to loot Minos itself. After you've done that, the game will continue. I like to hold down Enter while I'm looting because sometimes it is easy to click on these dead goons that you don't need. But if you hold down Enter, you skip the loot screen really quickly and you can just keep on moving towards Minos here.
No one can stop me. I am your doom.
And then hold down space. You're going to skip the cutscene by doing this. And go to left control again. So let's grab an axe from here, hold down Enter to skip the whole thing. And then Minos is nice and clear. We didn't have to worry about the goons this time. Search body and Enter. And then hold down spacebar again to skip a cutscene and good old feminist ad talking. Alright. 2 approaches to killing the dragon. I'm going to show the more simple one first. First, ask Gort to help you fix the pillar. Same for Toro. And then you also have to help in that shape. Once that is up, the dragon can now take damage. And we're just going to spam Frostbite on him. That halfway point is automatic. After it hits halfway, it'll automatically fly away and an additional cutscene will trigger. I'm going to save here because, frankly, I am not very good at this particular strat. Let's see if I can line it up correctly. Once you see some damage, hit the escape key to bring up the menu. State of the game means he's still taking damage while this happens. Not nearly as much as I had hoped, so let's do a second round here. There we go. So got him a little better that time, and now he is defeated. Hooray. Here's the way I do it, which is a little more risky, but it makes my second half much cleaner. So again, ask your buddies to help fix the pillar. Then you have to help yourself. Very easy to get hero confused in the pathfinding, as you can see. There we go. Now, again, spam your Frostbite until your mana bar is tapped out. Then talk to Gort, ask him to sacrifice himself. Okay, that was great. I think we're good. A lot happened there. If you ask Gort to sacrifice himself while you're blasting the dragon, it sets off basically, I think it's a script of the dragon now focusing on killing Gort. For whatever reason, you can still damage him while he's doing that, and you can see I got his health down to basically nothing. You do not want to kill him here. If you do that, the game gets confused and soft locks. The dragon just blows up in a little teeny tiny blood spurt, and that's it. We call it popping the dragon. You don't want it to happen to you. I was able to veer the Frostbite off just in the nick of time to get the dragon to no health, which means that we're going to have a very easy time of just bapping him with a Force Bolt in the second half. The other trade-off of this method is it takes a lot longer to get to the next phase. We have to wait for Elsa to run around this big lava river and then check on Gord because, you know, maybe he's okay, right? You know, maybe he recovered. So that's the time loss. It's a little inconclusive which way is faster, but if you do it this way where you get the health down to nil, this is really ideal. Hold down spacebar one more time, skip the dialogue, and then also to skip the logos, and then time will end when you agree to be king. But first we dance. And then that will be time. Hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know, either in comments or I'm in the Kyoshi Speedrunning Discord, and we're always happy to hash out some details there. All right, thank you all for watching.